Welcome back, RawSangan family. So today we're going to do another dueling book testing.
It's time! Let's go!
So basically, we're going to play against the Golden Lord deck. I know you guys been requesting to play meta. I finally started grinding and I started playing the competitive scene. But yeah, so this is the first time I go against this Golden Lord deck. I forgot what it's a zombie deck, whatever you guys want to call it, and I believe this is a tier 1 deck. I just never understood why, because I never really lose to this deck. This deck has some really neat plays, but at the end, it's just, I feel like it's too slow. I feel like Fluffals just outgrind them. Here he sets up his normal board. So I see my hand. I see a lot of agent monsters. I see a toy vendor. I see a super poly. So I'm pretty solid that I was gonna do pretty well. So I milled the dolphin. So from here I'm gonna grab. Oh, he scoops it up. I don't understand why. I guess he knew the power of Fluffles already. Knew that he was gonna get OTK. So alright, so my opponent's going first. I open up with no interruptions. If you look at my hand is busted. If I was going first, this type of hands you can just play through so many interruptions. This hand you won't lose to one hand trap. So alright, so here you basically do the same Jet Synchron play. You see, the Golden Lord deck does. It's gonna summon, what's it called, Borosor Dragon. But they also they have another twist with it. They play the new archetype called. What is it called? What's the new archetype called? I don't know. We'll figure it out. He plays it. So again, basic combo. So one of the things I want to mention, Herald the Arclight is actually really good again. Like, it really hurts Fluffles a lot. Anything that banished cards from the graveyard, it's really good. And like normally we'll just attack it and blow up their field and set Scythe or summon on Clematis and pass, and we basically won. So that called Fallen Angel Dogmatica. Yeah, there he goes. So he plays Dogmatica, and this board would have been really easy to break if it wasn't because of Herald the Light. Because, so let's pause here a second. So he has a negate and a destruction, but if we send Bear, it gets banished. And plus, we just send it from the hand to the graveyard, so we can't activate Bear's effect. We can activate Foolish Goods and send the toy vendor because he only does monsters, so it will resolve from there. So we probably could get a dog. We probably could get whatever we really want. We can get a penguin. Then say we got to activate right for toy patchwork. More likely he'll probably gonna negate it with Orso Dragon, but if he doesn't, whatever we fuse off, it's gonna get banished. Then his trap card is gonna negate our extra deck monster. Like, again, we'll still have Herald and Boros Savage to deal with. So it's just that that Herald. That Herald was the icing to the cake. So I just scooped it up. I already knew I wasn't gonna win. Like I said, Darklaw, Herald are really good against Fluffles. Dweller's really good against Fluffles. There's just a lot of good cards against Fluffle. I'm glad it's not meta right now. So alright, so hand's busted. This hand can easily do a 7 negate board. I'm pretty confident I was gonna win this game. Activate Penguin, Chain. Send a Whale. Activate Penguin, Chain Link 1. Chain as Chain Link 2 also. The reason is we want to thin out the deck as much as possible so we can draw better cards. So I give my opponent time to respond like you have to do with Will, because Will is a quick effect. So we send a repair because we know we're about to draw busted. So I draw 2 cards. I got the red reboot that I cited for this deck because again, this is a trap control deck, so red reboot just destroys them. So I activate Toy Vendor. So obviously we're gonna get the Dolphin. So from here we normal summon the Dolphin to set the Toy Vendor. So we send the wings to the graveyard, and from here we're gonna do some shenanigans. So of course we play really fast. So he was gonna activate Lancia before I activated wings. I believe he does. He says that. Yeah, on Toy Vendor activation. So he activates Lancia. Like I said, this deck relies on banishing cards for Frightful Fusion, Scythe, Repair, Wings. This guy people are starting to be aware of how to play against Fluffals. So that was always one of the edge we had. Playing this deck that not that many people knew what Fluffals do. So and Fluffals do so much that we always got the advantage. But now people are understanding the Fluffals are really good. So people are actually citing for this deck. Because, man, I ran into Draw, I ran into Lancia. There's just been cards I've been running into. So from here, what I honestly should have done, I should have activated Polymerization and make another well to make VFD. But I didn't. Reason why is I know how to beat this deck. This deck is really simple. So I'll just show you. I knew this exactly was gonna happen. So he summons the Jet Synchron like they always do. So they summon the Link Karibo, and from here they try to summon the Jet Synchron, and I just use my Scythe effect to pop the Jet Synchron. And the reason I went for Jet Synchron and not Link Karibo is because in order to make Needle Fiber or Hybrax, whatever you guys want to call it, you need a tuner monster. So if I got rid of Jet Synchron, they can't do Needle Fiber. So I got the bear for next turn. So he summons his Dogmatica cards. He does his shenanigans. I'm not worried because, like I said, I had red reboot. So I'm not worried about their trap negates. So he grabs the other Dogmatica card, the one that negates one of my extra deck monsters effect. So he activates that, sends Elder. Elder tries to pop my whale, and obviously that's why I use Scythe to protect it. Then from there he summons that guy, negates the whale that's in attack position. Then he swings. So on damage step, you always want to activate Whale's effect on damage step also, because it gives your opponent less place to respond, because they can't just Ghost Ogre it. Yeah, so I increase the other whale's attack, so this way they can't attack over it. They set 2 and pass. So from here, we know what Fluffle does. So we know we're in a really good pickle. And to be honest, if I just probably made VFD, the game, he wouldn't have really done all of this. I could have just easily called light, because I know their deck is all light. Dogmaticas are light, this Golden Lord's light. So I just could have done that and they would have played less. But I like to be extra, I like to make this kind of content for you guys. And like I said, I already know how this deck really plays, so I already knew that. Like exactly what happened, I knew that was gonna happen. So for the sake of this video, I like to play different. So okay, so it goes back to my turn. I set the Toy Vendor. I'm gonna activate the wings to draw the 2 cards. Let's see what we get. So we got the useless life and we got a polymerization. Normally, I would have been super happy because, you know, with Super Poly, when they have an established board, we can play around Nibiru. But obviously, they don't have a Nibiru because they have no cards in hand. So from here, activate Patchwork. To be honest, I didn't see Imperial Order coming. That caught me by surprise. So yeah, so I had the red reboot already ready in my hand. So there it goes, negate it. He says it trap. Doesn't matter because he's not gonna have another turn to live. It's gonna be over right here. Because it traps are negated. He has no interruptions. He has a monster where it says it can't be destroyed by the extra deck, but it doesn't matter. Our hand is too established to lose. So from here, I make Tiger, pop his Link Karibo, pop his other Dogmatica that isn't protected by extra deck monsters. Well, it says this one. It says that it cannot be destroyed by extra deck monsters, so that one stays. I draw 2, nothing really useful. I send the Scythe out. I set Poly and I did Frightful Fusion. Like again, I can do so much more with this hand. I just want to finish this game. So I make another whale. Target my back row. Well, activate Whale's effect, then activate Droplets. So his monster is destroyed. And it's basically over. GG, good game, and that's how I won against this deck. So Eldlich, I've never lost to Eldlich when I'm playing Fluffals. To be honest, like I said, this deck is just too fast for Eldlich. Eldlich is a good to me, I just think it's a slower control. I think Guru is probably the strongest control deck out there right now. And now Fluffle we just outspeed them. But if you like this video, don't forget to hit the notification bell. Subscribe to my channel and just comment about my misplays. I know you guys love telling me what I misplayed on, and that's good because I get to learn. You as a viewer get to learn because sometimes, you know, we don't see what other people see. So when we get another person's insight, it's really helpful. But yeah, like I said, hit that notification bell because we'll be testing Fluffals for a really long time. Favorite deck, best deck, tier 1.
I see you guys made it to the end of the video. Remember, don't forget to subscribe, join the RawSangan family, hit that notification bell so you guys can be notified when we upload new videos. And let's keep it with the RawSangan!